Hi everyone, welcome to our channel Curiosity. In today's video, we'll be explaining you about hearing loss. Hearing loss is defined as a partial or complete loss of hearing. It can be unilateral or bilateral. Before going into more detail about hearing loss and its types, you should know basic anatomy about ear. It's very simple actually. So once you go through this video, you'll understand the basic anatomy of hearing system. So this part is outer ear, this is middle, and this is the inner ear. So if you will take outer ear in detail, it have two parts. The outer ear have the functions like protection as well as transmitting sound energy to middle ear. This is called as external auricle or auricle externa, usually called as pinna. This is external auditory meatus, the ear canal. Just after the ear canal, there comes a tympanic membrane. The ear canal, the first one third of the ear canal is cartilaginous and it has sebaceous gland, and later 2/3 is bony. The cartilaginous part has sebaceous glands in it and it secretes sebum and later it forms as wax. Going on to the middle ear, as I told, there is a tympanic membrane which is a very thin flexible membrane and its thickness is almost around 0.1 millimeter and its diameter is around 8 to 10 millimeters. So in middle ear it's an air filled cavity and ossicles are there in that cavity. So these ossicles are attached to the tympanic membrane. Posteriorly it is attached to the oval window. This is a round window and another structure I will be explaining you later, and this is eustachian tube. This portion is a part of the base of cochlea known as promontory. And this cochlea, above this cochlea there is vestibular apparatus. So we should look more into these ossicles. I'll show you in detail. This ossicles helps in transferring the vibratory energy from outer ear to the inner ear. It have malleus, incus and stapes. Among all, stapes is the smallest, and even stapes is the smallest bone in our body, and it connects to the oval window. Now we will see eustachian tube. As I told you, it's a tube in the middle ear that helps in balancing the pressure with the atmospheric pressure. Usually it will be closed and it opens when we will sneeze, yawn, etc. So this is the drainage canal, we can say, and the middle ear is air filled. So if you look into inner ear, there comes the hearing organ cochlea and the vestibular apparatus. This coiled structure is known as cochlea, and above that there is utricle and saccule, and above that there is semicircular canals. They are 3 in number and they all are perpendicular to each other. If you take a cross section of the cochlea, it is like a tube within a tube structure, and it is divided into scala media, scala vestibuli, and scala tympani. The scala media is the middle tube. I have already told you that media means middle. So this scala vestibuli and scala media, scala vestibuli and scala tympani is filled of perilymph, and scala media is filled with endolymph. This portion is called basilar membrane. If you will zoom the basilar membrane, you can see the organ of Corti, which is the basic unit of hearing. There are pillar cells and thereby tunnel of Corti. On both sides there are hair cells, and they are connected to the receptors. These are stereocilia, and this is tectoral membrane. This is our inner hair cells, and this is outer hair cells, and they are connected by nerve endings. A detailed description will be put in next video, and this is located on the basilar membrane.